Welcome to the day 1 Mizuki guide. This is not going to be some 40-minute stacked paper, in-depth, whatever. I just want to go over the fundamental basics of how this hero is played so that you can get a jump start in your Mizuki games and play better than most people. This knowledge all comes from an understanding of how supports like this are played. I've been playing him for a few hours, really overanalyzing some of my VODs and just figuring out what to do. So let's break it down. So I just want to get through some common mistakes just to get these out of the way, because I think it's very important we acknowledge what mistakes are very easy to make that I've made and you are bound to make, but hopefully with this advice you can avoid them. The obvious one is heal button. He does not just heal bot. Most characters do not just heal bot. You don't just need to stand there and spam your hat onto people and just sit there with your aura and just heal your whole team. That's not really how he's meant to be played. He's tough to heal bot on, so hopefully that mistake rarely gets made, but you really want to be trying to be active as possible and not just sat healing your team the whole time, right? Come on as well. Overuse of Katashiro return, right, is shift. I've done this a lot. I did this a lot for my first few games. It's a good cooldown and you definitely need to use it and be active with it, but overuse of it can cause you to die more than it actually causes you to win fights, and it might mean you're wasting a cooldown that you needed a second afterwards. On that same vein, underuse of Katashiro return means that you aren't doing as much and you're not keeping your aura stacked, you're not doing damage, you're not building your ult, you're not causing pressure. You need to use it, but not too much. Sounds simple, right? Another one is holding ultimates. So waiting, this is an ult that is a big AoE, so it feels like you want to use it for the perfect moment, but it doesn't really matter. There's never going to be a perfect moment. You just want to be active with this ult. As long as you are doing something with the ult, your team's doing something with the ult, you just solo use it. That's all that matters. Just make sure you're using the ultimate, get the most out of it. And the more you use it, the more you're going to realize what scenarios are best, what placements are best, how to use it when. Just, you got to go out of the way and do it. Don't look for those perfect moments. Next one, scared to overuse healing Kasa. That is this hat. I would thought this at the start. Don't worry. Healing with your hat increases your aura so that your healing does stay high even after while the cooldown builds, and the cooldown's actually fairly short. I don't obviously think you should just use both Bam Bam off rip on a non-critical target, but I mean, don't be too afraid to put two hats into someone, especially because it bounces around people. So if one person's really low, the rest of your team are going to get a bit of that healing, and that healing bounce and that critical healing is going to make your aura go up to possibly 2 times, which means then you're going to be able to sustain for a much longer time, and then once you get the hat back again, people haven't died yet. So don't be afraid to use it, okay? And lastly, play in the wrong range. He's not that long range, but he also doesn't actually do that well up close, and I've been having to really try fight this out of me. I've been playing way too close in a lot of fights, and it makes it difficult to hit your shots. And also, you don't need to be that close. You can do the same amount of damage. It actually makes it harder to hit chain, makes it harder to hit your shot. It means your return gets less value because you are closing too much of a distance that you run out of time before you have to either TP back or commit to a spot. I will look at one of my VODs and I will show off the range that I think works really well, and I'll show you off some of the range types that it didn't work really well. But that is all the common mistakes. Moving on. His identity. Who is Mizuki? What does he do? Who is he? Obviously not lore, but like the role in the game. The way I'd put it is he's a medium range main support with incredible dueling potential. What does this even mean? Obviously, medium range means you want to be playing at that sort of close 20-meter distance. He's not really going to go more than 30 because that's when fall off. That's where his shots stop hitting, and being closer than 10 is unnecessary for him. So he's around that 20-meter range, right? And then obviously main support is a pro term that people use, and who knows, maybe he ends up not being played as a main support, but he probably will. That doesn't really matter here. It implies though that you're going to help control and mark different angles and lanes, either alone or with a fellow DPS, just a DPS. And he is a support with some of the strongest potential for dueling and playmaking. Now obviously there's a lot of characters that are really good at fighting in the support role, but it's in having your chain, your high damage, your self-sustain, and a Sombra translocator makes this character immensely powerful in the dueling trade. You have a lot of things in your kit that allow you to go take these duels. You skirmish and take duels. This isn't just Kiriko shooting from an off angle, getting a kill. This is really going in and getting your hands dirty, and you're using your cooldowns to your advantage to fully secure an elimination or an important cooldown. He is able to do that. Obviously, it takes a little bit of skill and a bit of work, a bit of time and practice, But that is something that I think this guy excels at. He's one of the most powerful 1v1 main supports in the game. Just the binding chain alone means this guy can win so many fights. Mizuki is able to apply pressure on an angle and then within a moment take an aggressive push, secure a kill or important cooldown, and return like nothing ever even happened. The biggest sin you could commit would be passively holding space, waiting for something to happen. There are a lot of people that play characters like this, and most characters don't play like this. But Mizuki especially rewards you for making things happen. Okay, this next part is me explaining how you play Mizuki in a game, like a game plan, what you do. But at the same time, I'm watching one of my VODs back, trying to explain how these things happen in an actual game. It's not the most perfect VOD, and it's not the most perfect explanation, but I hope you can get something out of it, and I hope you can enjoy it. What I'm saying might not always be happening on screen, but what I'm saying is, in a roundabout way, how you play the character. So enjoy. First off, before I get into the VOD, let's go over what you actually do on Mizuki, and then we'll try to show off these things in game. So I'm just going to go step by step. You want to find a medium ranged off angle. Okay, that could be this. That's an angle. That could be this. That is an angle. It could also technically be something like this. That is also an off angle. That will work. Preferably in range of your healing Casa. So I could throw my hat to these guys, and if I ran back up a little more, I could throw it there, and if Ash plays here, I could throw it to her. Okay, that makes sense. That works. Apply pressure to whoever is on your angle. So it's not just shoot someone else. It's if I'm here and someone is here, I have to fight this guy. I have to make him work for this space. Okay? If I was down here, I'd have to do the exact same thing. If I was over here, I'd still have to do the exact same thing. Doesn't really matter where you are, just fight for your space, okay? And obviously, if there's no one here, you want to apply pressure towards main, whatever main is to you at the time, via your angle. Here is not so good at it, but for instance, say I was controlling this part, I could probably apply pressure this way, and then shoot whatever on my lane, and then apply pressure this way. Right. So here, I think, is where I want to break into the response to pressure. Now, it's unfortunate my Ash gets picked. I could have probably helped more with that, but this is where I want to break down responding to pressure. I didn't realize it comes on so early. The return, right, his little doll. You've got to understand how to respond to pressure. There's a lot of characters that have to do this, but this really does matter on a character with this sort of cooldown, right? Here's how I've thought about this ability, okay? Here's how I've thought. I'm up to different impressions, but here is my thoughts. If you like your angle, like you feel really comfortable and it is great and you're able to shoot people on it, you're able to apply a lot of pressure, you feel safe, you feel supportive, you feel good, right? Then you can save this ability either as a rotation tool or a disengage tool. There is no need to give up a perfectly good angle. Root is quite difficult, but say I had an angle here that I really liked. There's no need to use my cooldowns. Absolutely no need to use return because I like where I am. Okay? If your angle is the best you're going to get, so say up here is where I'm playing, it's kind of one of the better ones, or down here, it's the best I'm going to get, but I don't love it. You can look for opportunities to use this thing as an engage tool. So this means something like this. If I was playing over here, I might want to be like, you know, it's not the most comfortable in the world, I can't really do anything. I'm going to pop my return, come around here, and I might shoot the Zen a bit, right? And then as soon as he looks at me, I'm going to TP back. And I'm back to my okay-ish angle, right? Having done some damage, pulled some pressure, and got my aura up. Obviously, if your team goes in and you can go with them, which is a judgment call, it's going to take time to figure out that, then use the ability to support them, even if your angle is really, really good, because of course you can always just return to it, right? But to say my team is speeding all in, there's no point in me saying back, I might as well just return and go in with them, right? I might as well do that. If that is all very clear, I will obviously try to show some things on it. Also, just while we watch a little bit, I'm finding the Sombra, which is... Yeah, you see, you can use the bounce in these small rooms, which is really cool. It's unfortunate I didn't get this guy. But now we're going to rotate. But anyway, like I said, the hat, just use on low enemies. There's no need to think about this. This guy's pin is interesting, but yeah, we give up the angle. It's not the greatest fight. I think this first point is really messy. I would like to wait a bit. But see, there's no point using no point in holding off on the hat. You can just go ahead, just chuck it on people, and you're going to be okay. And the chain, you don't need to deep this too much. If you can get a good chain, get a good chain. Okay. So I don't like my angle. I'm trying to rotate, but we're a little stuffed in this angle. But honestly, the first half of this game is really just messy, so I might just skip towards this. this map. This is the type of thing where it's like, I think you can go for a big return play, right? This is really safe and useless. My teammate is pushing in. You should just use a return here, right? I think I do indeed do that, because you can come back to a safe spot every time. You can disengage this guy. See, I mean, if only I hit the shot on that guy, but then you TP back. I fell. It happens. And now we want to find an angle. But we're doing this, which is fine. And that's our choice. So I'm choosing an angle. You can see how that range isn't the greatest for Mizuki at all. Like, the shots don't hit. So I come here, because from here, which is not perfect. I don't love this one too much. I ended up moving here. It's probably the best you're gonna get. This is a perfect little angle. It's close. It's congested. The shots are easy to land from there. I can always disengage somewhere else. And if my team pushes in here, I can always move to here with the Katashiro return. So let's see that happen. Now my mechanics are certainly something, but this, in my opinion, is where I should have instantly made this rotation. Imagine how juicy it would be to be sat here, not using the return, just walking over here and just shooting these guys, and then if they look at me, I can dash out. That's another thing you've got to think about, right? Katashiro return isn't just a translocate. It is a disengage tool via move speed and a dash. I should have been here and just shot this in and just killed this guy, or forced him to use trans. I should have just killed this guy. Instead, I think I go for it really late. Like, look, I'm looking, I'm like, oh shit, I've missed my opportunity. You've missed your chance, and now your team's gonna die. And now you get pushed by a Lucio, and you can't really do anything about it. Hit your shots. Yeah, I'm dead. See, that's just poorly played. Poorly played. And that's understanding that rotation. That doesn't even matter on the return thing. Using my ult just to support an angle. This is sort of the ults that I'm okay with. It's not a perfect ult. The idea is this a valuable spot to be in? Yes. Just pop the ult. Why not? What can they do? What the hell can they do when you've got 3 people on high ground with a matrix around them? You can't do anything. So it's perfect. Use it. You want to be the one getting value out of your ult, not your teammates necessarily. Okay? And so there's something to think about. So I want to also just quickly... I know I'm going on about random stuff here, but I do want to go to the attack, because I think I do play a lot stronger on the attack, because I was thinking about it a lot more. Okay, just passively walking up. This is how everyone plays the freaking game. But you can see here, there's not really a comfortable angle to shoot anyone. Here is much too far, or way too dangerous to go this deep on, right? Even with the cooldown of return, right? So I go under here and I use a return to push, because I don't like my angle, and so I push. I miss every shot, but it doesn't matter, because imagine if this was a headshot and a body shot, this guy would be cooked. You can already tell this guy's now looking at me, and the Junkrat is going to have to look at me. Ryan's already noticed. This is a huge distraction play. I mean, Honor even goes looking for me, and then I TP out, and then you give up all the space to your team. It's not always going to work, but then I'm back as one of my team. They push back in, and then I'm going to rinse and repeat this exact thing. Obviously, hitting shots is easier. Let's watch this. Let's actually watch this. My Venture just killed the Ashe. Let's see this, all right? I do this. I TP out. Venture then takes that space. Would not have been able to do that if not for that little engage. Pushes up here, it kills his Ashe. Bang. And then pulls attention of the Ana and Zen, which is really well played by my Venture, by the way. And then, what do? I take this spot again, and I apply pressure. But I miss all my shots, because I literally suck at this guy for some reason. Alright, and then I TP out, again, after pulling some attention. And you can sort of just rinse and repeat this until eventually it'll work. Eventually, the resource drain will happen, and you'll have to win. Alright, we're going to go for it again. There's a Zen on this angle. Hit your shots. Hit your shots. Hit a shot. That's one shot. I get the health back. Go on. Yeah, that's mechanics. Like, I should be dead. But... in that time, this guy goes off the map. Hey, that's cool. That's cool to know, right? But this guy should be dead. This guy should be dead. Anyway, that's it. That's what I'm going to say. That's probably all I need to really show. But you're looking for moments like that with return. But if you have a comfortable angle, there is absolutely no reason not to just sit on it. I really liked what I did here. I remember this was quite fun. I kept just sitting here and just poking out these guys, and then TPing when I wanted to. Yeah, this is a good range for this guy, and you can get some weird stuff with this. I mean, yeah, hit your shots preferably, but yeah. Anything crazy happen here? Not really. This guy. But see, you because I'm happy just shooting a Rhine on this angle, I don't need to use my cooldown until someone pushes me. And then as he pushes me, I'm able to dash out and we can win that fight. And it's free, okay? It's free. All right. That's done. This has gone on long enough. This is meant to be just a baseline guide. And once I figure out more, I will I will make the full in-depth guide. But that is all. Hope you're able to get some enjoyment out of it. Hope you're able to learn a lot about Mizuki. Go have fun with him. He's a really, really fun character. Really, like, lots of depth there. Lots of things to learn. And all of this can change as the game evolves and patches come out, meta changes, things learn, people learn new things and stuff like that. But I hope it was helpful.